Well, what's the crack? Season 5, Episode 2. Misha, Niall Brady, taking you through another episode of the Bad Movie Buff podcast. Why am I going on like this? I don't know. I hate myself for it, but I feel like I've already committed. So this is a great episode. They're all great. This is a great episode. I'm joined by local director Emily Foran to talk about her favourite film, Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging, which is a film I'd never seen before because I always assumed it was quite girly. It is actually quite girly, but I was younger and I was like, I'm no fucking watching that. That's why I used to go on. Here. Ain't no fucking watching that. No, sorry. But anyway, this is an extra long episode in the best possible way because of the nature of the film. We end up talking a lot about what it was like growing up in Newry, Rostrevor, Warren Point back in the day and being at that awkward age that's represented in the film, and we go through like our own embarrassing stories about the way we were when we were that age, and the crack was flowing so well I didn't even want to rein it in. So extra long episode this week, but honestly it was such good crack. Really hope you enjoy the episode. Good luck. I'll see you next week. No, I'll see you after. Shut up now. Oh yeah, fair enough. Well, that's us recording, eh? Don't know why I have this pen because I'm not going to be writing any.
An idea might strike you though. You might get inspired in the middle of it.
I'm like a real stationery nerd, and I bought this like Bic 4 colour last week, and the new ones have like the wee Bic man in the clip.
In each colour.
See the wee guy in it, like in the clip part. He's like a wee hologram.
Oh my god,
yeah.
He's really making himself known in the world. Good for him.
He's my new favourite pen. Like,
yeah, but see, anyone who has those specific pens, I'm like, you're very organised and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Whereas like, what do I have? I have a very I don't even have it. It's very sad, like little like small Bic thing that's probably been chewed. So you're immediately like an organised person in my eyes. Like,
fair enough. Well, here, welcome to. I was going to say I'm used to like non-Newry kind of surrounding area people being here, but welcome to the house.
Oh, thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah. So.
Always delighted to be in Newry as well. You know, it's the big smoke for me. Like.
Yeah. Right. No, are you Rostrevor originally then?
Yeah. So I was moved to Rostrevor when I was about like. Sorry, I keep looking into the camera.
I never know whether to look at it or not. It's like I kind of like treat it as if there's like a third suspicious person in the room. Like, you know what I mean?
There might be, so that's all right. But
here, I need to actually announce you. So welcome to the podcast, Emily Foran. Director, amongst other things. I'm kind of nervous having you on actually a wee bit, to be honest.
Don't be.
It's because I usually have like most of my guests are comedians and usually just make fart jokes and stuff, like, and I feel like after
I welcome that as well, don't worry.
Fair enough. But no, I watched you sent me over like your stuff that you've made and I really, really like them, like, so
thank you for watching them. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely class, but I've actually chatting points and all to go into later about that. But this week we're discussing the 2008. Would you say it's like a cult film? Like,
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it's a cult film for millennial women.
Okay.
Everywhere.
So Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging, which is weird. I have a friend, she lives in America now, Katie, and she used to love the book for this.
Yeah.
And I remember her losing her mind when they announced that there was a film coming out.
Yeah.
So she was always trying to get me to read the book. It's Angus, Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging, I think the book's called.
I know, I never read the books because I never really was a book girl, but I'm so intrigued that they changed the title for the film from like Full Frontal Snogging to Perfect Snogging.
Yeah.
I was like, what was maybe full frontal nudity was just too much or something at the time.
Yeah, right enough actually.
So I was interested in that choice. I was like, I bet there was a whole boardroom of people being like, it can't be Full Frontal Snogging. But Perfect Snogging is kind of like lovely as well.
Yeah.
And then the Newry equivalent is Angus, Thongs and Perfect Shifting. So
right enough,
it resonates with so many people.
I reckon it was probably because I only realised watching this, I thought it was a bit of a weird one that this is like a Nickelodeon film.
Yeah, I noticed that as well when I rewatched it. I forgot that they produced it.
Yeah.
But it kind of has that like kind of like late 90s, early 2010s, like Nickelodeon antics.
Yeah.
Because Nickelodeon was always a bit more cheeky and out there than Disney.
Yeah.
So it kind of made sense, but I completely forgot about that aspect of it.
Did Nickelodeon ever? Because it's weird. Like, do you ever get like when you have these like predetermined opinions when you're younger, and when you're growing up, you don't know why you formed them. But I hated Nickelodeon growing up. No idea why. Like, Rugrats was like the only Nickelodeon show I ever watched. I was like a Cartoon Network, Fox Kids, Disney Channel guy.
Okay.
And if anyone was ever like, "Oh, do you like the Wild Thornberries?" I'd be like, "No, fuck you." Like, you know?
Fuck the Wild Thornberries.
Yeah.
Wait, so like big question. So did you like SpongeBob SquarePants?
No,
Mate,
never
we're
did.
done here.
I know. I'm sorry.
You have disappointed me.
I remember going to see the SpongeBob movie when it first came out in the
Yeah.
cinema, and I loved it.
Yeah.
But I never got into the TV show.
Oh, you missed out. You've got a lot of catching up to do because
Yeah.
that's probably like the fabric of my personality.
Oh, really?
actually, in a really bad way. Like, but I know what you mean. I think it was a different vibe, and I think if you weren't part of the vibe or you didn't get it, then it wouldn't be for you. But I had similar feelings about Cartoon Network because.
Really?
I think now as an adult I can appreciate it more, but see Ren and Stimpy and all,
Oh yeah.
creepy as fuck.
It was weird.
Get out. I didn't want to know.
There was like I only found out recently, there was like two versions of Ren and Stimpy. There was like a late night version. It was like Hollyoaks, like, because there was this clip that like did the rounds in like Bebo flashboxes back in the day.
I mean, that was the only way to access media back in the day.
Genuinely was like.
That is how I watch films now.
Yeah. Just go back. Remember, did you ever use that website, the Wayback Machine?
No, oh my god, what's that?
It's like you can type in any website to the Wayback Machine and click a year, and it will show you what that website looked like in that year.
Did you do it with Bebo?
No, I was going to make a joke about pretending I did it.
Oh,
though.
okay. Because like now I'm just going to go home and do that with Bebo and cry a wee bit.
Do you know, it's like not too long ago someone pointed out to me that if you go to the Argus website, they have every Argus catalogue digitalized from like the 80s onwards.
Stop.
So I like went through the entire Argus catalogue from like 1995 one day when I was bored, like, you know,
Just all the inflatable chairs, and then like, do you remember? God, everyone had the same childhood, but like, do you remember they had like the mini fridges? So I would sit and study the Argus catalogue and just be like, I'm gonna get a mini fridge, an inflatable chair with Homer Simpson on it, and like I'll just live in my bedroom and my life will be perfect.
100%. And I think that was actually like genuinely such. Like, sorry, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? I think you're a couple of years younger than me.
32.
32. Okay, just a year then. But I think it was like growing up 90s cartoons, all these like characters had like the coolest bedrooms.
Yeah.
Do you remember Hey Arnold's bedroom?
Oh God. Well, I mean, sure, you don't like Nickelodeon.
It was Nickelodeon, actually,
you
wasn't
had it out for him anyway, so you know he did. They all had really good. All the ones on Disney Channel as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, why does my bedroom not look like that?
Yeah.
And I'm just like hanging out in my Strava in my wee house in my wee bungalow.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I just remember I'd religiously look through the Argus catalogue every year and be like, once I get this Playboy bunny set of curtains, my life will be complete.
I forgot how big Playboy used to be as like a brand. Like.
They were having a moment. I remember like being like 11, 12 and like this girl I knew had like a Playboy bunny like leather jacket and all. And I was like, she really is like a fashion icon. And then people were getting like their belly buttons pierced with it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of come back now. It's like, it used to be tacky, but now it's kind of like nostalgic noughties fashion.
Yeah.
But it was kind of, because you know when you're like growing up and you don't know what something may mean, I just thought it was a cute wee bunny at the time, and I was like, this is so cool. But yeah, another like big brand in the Argus catalogue, definitely.
Oh, 100%. Like, I think I just kind of looked through like video games at the time, being like, oh, look how cheap they were and all.
I know.
Or do you remember, sorry, like this, there's definitely something wrong with me just tangent wise here, like, but speaking of like 90s toys, do you remember dragonflies and sky dancers?
I remember sky dancers.
Yeah.
Because like I remember there's like a really famous video of one flying into like a fire. But I think we had one of them as well, and like, I mean, that was a pretty magical thing to have.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting what was it? Do you remember like Beyblade?
Oh yeah.
But like, do you ever get something that was from a TV show and then you play it in real life and it's like, it's obviously not going to look like the cartoon.
Yeah.
And Beyblades kind of did that for me.
Oh, it was where you're like, why isn't there a blue holographic dragon coming out of the top of the
why
spinning
are they not
top?
hitting off each other, and why is there no sparks flying?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like my big thing. But yeah, the whole, I think if I looked back at all the video games from the Argus catalogue, I would cry a wee bit, because what a time to be alive.
So good. Like.
And then like renting them from Extravision.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We did that every Saturday, and like the bill we ran up with Extravision. And then we would put it, do you know, in Warren Point they had the Extravision.
Yeah.
We would put it in the post box every like Sunday afternoon, not go in and return it, because if we put it in the post box then they wouldn't be like, yo, it's like 50 quid.
Yeah, right.
I'm just out my family, sorry. Like, we just like, were like living our best lives, renting a game, getting away takeaway. And
Yeah.
I was like, that was peak living.
Honestly, like you've actually said to me that you have listened to this podcast before. I think I bring that up nearly every episode. Like the Saturday nights, because we were Video Box in Uri, which was just across from Extravision on Monaghan Street.
Right.
It was like a local run one,
Yeah.
and not every week, but like it would be like a Friday or Saturday. You go in, you get your sweets, and like, do you remember the smell? It had like video shops had like a very specific smell to them. Like it was like a nice kind of nice must. If that makes any sense. Like
we need to try and recreate it and sell it. No, I think it's kind of like CEX, but a different smell. Like CEX has its own unique scent.
It has a tinge of bow to it, I reckon. Like
I know, but like I'm so happy it's still around.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, who's going there and how is it still open? But yeah, no, it's kind of, it was like a soft plasticky and then like a bit of popcorn. And you were like, one day I'll get the popcorn. And you never did. Well, like we never did. But
Butterkist was like the only one you could get back then, wasn't it?
And I thought that was so fancy. It was like the Haagen-Dazs of popcorn for me.
Yeah, it was like toffee. It was only toffee flavour, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
but and they'd have like a film like playing in the one in Warren Point, and like it was just, I thought it was the coolest place ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, one day I'm gonna work here.
Yeah.
And I'll just like, my life will be complete. But I never got to. My friend did though, and like she told me years later, and I was like, you had the coolest job in Warren Point.
My mate Adam actually worked there in its like dying, what word I'm looking for, the death rattle, like, you know, right before it closed. And he was saying,
Video Boxer.
I know, of Extravision in the Point.
Oh god,
specifically in the Point.
I think I just had to look away after a while. I just was like, I'm too old to be renting games, and I just can't look at it anymore. So
yeah, he was saying like that they made him like upsell to every single customer. Like they'd be like, how about some popcorn with that? And people would be like, fuck off, I know you. Like, you know?
you don't even want the popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know, but what a responsibility to like put Extravision and Warren Point to bed.
Yeah.
That I don't think I would have coped with the emotional responsibility of that.
I think he might have left right before it completely like went to shit. But then there was DVD City in the Point. Do you remember it?
No.
It was up by the Duke, or just past the Duke, along that kind of road. But one of the other boys worked there.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, no, like it was like one of those like wee independent ones. I don't know how like
just
popular it was.
Just a city full of DVDs.
It's like fucking full blown city. It'll be a train track now. But he was saying like it was very quiet, so he used to just literally sit and watch movies because he could pick up the DVDs, like, you know.
Can I do that now, honestly? Can someone employ me to do that?
Be the dream. Like, yeah.
I know, that's mad. Maybe like we just didn't address DVD City and it was just we were an Extravision family, because I have no recollection of that. And I'm gonna have to go back and research that. Or like ask people from the Point, did you go to DVD City?
Right, no.
Is it real?
Yeah. No, it exists, I think. Yeah, it exists. I'm pretty sure.
God, there's just ancient relics of Warren Point I'm gonna have to uncover now. This is great.
Could have been a fever dream. But yeah, so let's get cracking into it here. So as I said, we're talking about, I don't know why I need to look at this with the title of the film. I know the title. This is like,
no, it's a long title, to be fair, so refer to your notes, because I will.
it's maybe safety blanket, as I always call it. Like, but so Angus, Thongs and Perfect Snogging, 2008, directed by Gurinder Chadha, who also directed Bend It Like Beckham. I've never seen it actually.
I'd really recommend it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, again, a moment in cinema which was very early 90s, like kind of the start of Keira Knightley's career.
Yeah,
but I think it's still like, it really holds up, and it's a really gorgeous like exploration of like Indian families in England at that point, and like women playing sports and all. So would highly recommend. She's great.
Did I imagine this, or are they doing a sequel?
That rings a bell, actually.
Yeah.
I think they are, and I think anytime anyone announces a sequel now, I get a bit scared.
Oh yeah,
because I'm like, is it for the right reasons?
Yeah,
and I really hope it is, because it's such a good film. So I hope I don't wreck it, but
Fingers crossed.
Same director. It's great.
Good stuff. Yeah. So what is like your relationship with this film? Did you see it like when in the cinema or anything when it first came out, or? Yeah, it was kind of like peak. I think I was 14 or 15, but it was like peak. Came out in the summer, you go straight to Newry Cinema and like you watch it. And for me, like, and why I wanted to talk about this film was it's such a cult film for like women my age, but I also think like it was one of the first films I watched where I was like, God, I feel so seen. Oh yeah,
because like, you know, like you'd watch Skins and all, and Skins is so like edgy and cool, and no one in Newry was going to get on the way like they got on Skins. But like I think Angus Thongs was it was like really naughty, but also like really authentic to what it is like to be a teenage girl. And I watched it, and some of it is a bit cringe, and I thought it was a bit cringe at the time, but a lot of it I was like, yeah, we really are. Like, we do think that way, and
Yeah.
we're all just a wee bit dirty, like, and that's okay. So
Fair enough.
I just absolutely love it, and I love going back and watching it every few years and just seeing we different bits about it, and then getting to a certain age and being like, God, is Georgia actually a wee melter?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's a whole journey with that, but no, it's definitely one I always keep coming back to.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, so just to give it a quick overview, so it's like, would you say it's like a coming of age story? I
Oh,
suppose?
definitely, yeah.
So like coming of age story about like a 14, soon to be 15-year-old girl called Georgia Groom. No, that's the actress.
Nicholson, I think.
Georgia Nicholson, sorry. And it's essentially about her just trying to navigate life as a teenage girl. She's kind of starting to discover boys, and she's also really trying to figure out like her own identity and things. So I don't know why I'm telling you this, like, you know.
No, I mean, I'm not along being like, yeah, like, you're right.
So starring Georgia Groom, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Karen Taylor, Alan Davies, Eleanor Tomlinson, Benny. Do you know who Benny plays?
No, who's Benny?
Angus the cat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I found this.
I was about to say R.I.P. It's
Yeah.
like, he's definitely dead.
Oh, has to be like.
I was actually, when I was rewatching it, I was like, is that cat real? Like, was that an animatronic cat, or was it real?
I would say it's real, and the only reason I would be confident of that is because one of my mates is one of those type of cats.
Okay.
I forget the name. You know, the ones that looks like someone dented them in the face. And like, fucking.
They're like, he's so fluffy though. I was like admiring him when I was watching it the other day. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, I didn't know that it was an actual cat.
Yeah, I this is one of my favorite things is when I'm kind of looking up, like when I hate the term doing research, it just seems so right wing or something, but when I'm looking up on IMDb, because that's what I do for my research, every time a film has an animal in it, I always look at that animal's IMDb page to see if they're in anything else.
Yeah.
And there was like, oh fuck, I forget now, like there was like a dog that was in everything back in the day. It was in like Batman Returns, and it was like a Bichon Frise, but always played a poodle, and I don't know why this was just fascinating to me. Like,
probably just like, you know, got a couple of credits in and people were like, that dog knows what he's doing. Has a better career than me now. Like, did Benny have any other credits, or was it just
no, not that I could see.
One and done kind of vibe?
I think so.
Oh
but
God.
Benny, like,
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna deep dive Benny when I get home now, because that's
100%.
and then the Wikipedia page and stuff. I'm gonna get upset.
So you've also got Tommy Bastow in there, Georgia Henshaw. Is that Georgia Henshaw? Yeah, it is. There's a lot of Georges in this. It's freaking me out.
It's an English film.
Yeah, so
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
Manjavine Gruel and Kimberly Nixon. See that Georgia Henshaw character? So she plays Rosie in it. Do you remember the character Rosie, which is like one of the main character George's best friends? She's not the Indian girl, not Jas, but the blonde one.
Oh yeah, I love her.
It was ruining my life, the entire film. What was she in?
Yeah.
And it was like proper like, no, I'll figure it out next time she comes on screen, and then she come on, and the most specific fucking thing, I had to pause the movie and look it up. She was in one episode of season 4 of Skins.
Okay, right.
Do you remember the character JJ?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch like all the Skins?
Do you know what? I'm gonna admit I was a series 1 and 2 girl.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4 just didn't do it for me, so I kind of like dropped out after the start of 3.
That's fair.
But I do know the characters, but I wouldn't recognize her from Skins. Like,
I would have been the same. 1 and 2 was unbelievable. 3 and 4 was good, but I kind of just powered through and then never watched it after that. But there was like one episode that JJ had like a fling with her character, and I somehow retained that information.
Yeah, I mean, it's always the most useless information. It's like, don't even know your own postcode, but you're like, yeah, I know she was an episode this of Skins.
That's it.
I'm like, good for her, because like sometimes you look up these actors in these like cult films and you're like, they probably had like a lot of like credits after that, and maybe that was the only film they did. So I'm buzzing that she got that wee role in Skins as well. Good for her.
Georgia Henshaw. Yeah, I was about to say R.I.P. there.
I don't know. Hopefully not.
Just to kind of give you like my verdict on the film,
because this was your first time watching it.
First time watching it, yeah. But like, I'm an easy watch, like, and I actually like thoroughly enjoyed this. So Aoife, when I told her that I had to watch for the podcast, was psyched because she loves this film. Like, so
she's a woman of taste.
Yeah, I think she was chuffed that she got to sit me down and like watch like a really girly film. Like, and I was going into it knowing that it was going to be like a teenage coming of age girl story, but somehow still like loved every second of it. Like,
oh, that's good.
I thought it was really good. Just in terms of what you said earlier about being seen. Now, not as a teenage girl did I feel seen, but
it's okay if you did. That's all right.
Just the whole like culture in the film, like the whole music scene in the film, and the way all the boys and all get on in it was very 2008. And I did kind of feel like I was looking at like a load of lads in the square peg at one stage, like, which I thought was like quite heartwarming. In
I
a
know,
weird way.
it's really strangely reassuring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I think you have these wee fantasies about your life, and then you see a film like this and you're like, oh my god, like this is what other people think about as well,
Yeah.
and these are the type of boys they like, and like the boy you really like is always in a band, and like she gets the boy at the end.
Yeah.
She calls him like her like sex god or something.
Yeah, that's right.
And or it's like my sex god boyfriend, and I think it really aligned with like the culture of being a teenager here.
Yeah.
And going to Warren Point and going to the Square Peg and all,
100%.
and all. I think it actually was like all of the aspirations I wanted from my adolescence.
Yeah.
Kind of at the start of it, watching that film, I was like, I
Okay.
want wee boyfriend like Robbie, and
Yeah.
I want to be popular, and I want to like have all of these new experiences. So it's, I think when you watch it as an adult, you do realize like it just kind of emulated those things you wanted at that
Yeah.
age.
100%.
But it's so interesting that you watched it for the first time, because I was keen to hear your thoughts about, as a teenage boy, like does the film have any resonation with like who you were at that point as well? Or because like I do have some thoughts as an adult now about some of the lads in it, and like especially Dave the Laugh.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a bit of a rough time with it.
100%.
And I think we need to talk about that a wee bit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel, and then the other person I'm like, I think got a bit bullied in the film was Elle. And I think Elle, I'm glad, is it Elle and Dave the Laugh, I think, like have
Yeah.
a wee dance at the end of the film. And I'm like, you know
100%.
what, I'm rooting for them more than anyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's that whole thing of like being really unsure about your own body and feeling a bit gross and like shaving your eyebrow off. Like I used a razor to like do my eyebrows at one point when I was her age. So when I seen that, I was like, oh my god, that's me. And I think it's so important to see those types of characters like at that early age and have that representation, because we're all just big messes at that point.
Yeah, 100%.
Still are now, like when we're 32, but I think at that point it's just all like really confusing and everything's like really dramatic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it was a perfect film to kind of start your teenage years with.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree. Like I kind of wish I had have seen it back in the day to kind of, you know, have that kind of same feeling that you had when you first watch it, you know. But I do this thing, so when I'm watching films for the podcast, I'll just take notes. It's nothing too like, so during the film it's just the top bullet points I wrote, so nothing too like I'm not distracting myself, like, you know. But the first note I have down here is, you know, the wee sister character in it.
Oh, Libby.
Libby, is that her name? Why is she like the double of, you know, Bjork?
Oh my god.
I was literally like, that is like dwarf Bjork in
I never noticed that, but you do have a point actually.
I couldn't unsee it the whole film. Like,
I think if you read the books, that character probably made a bit more sense. But like Libby is just like wild.
yeah.
And she's always doing mad shit with Angus, and I'm like, where's Libby's like spin off? Or like we need to have a show of her now, like as an adult. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again and see if she actually does look like.
I said to Dava straight away. I like did a double take, and I said, Dava, I was like, is it just me or does that child look like Bjork? And then she went, holy fuck, yeah, right enough. Like,
that's so funny.
But yeah, she's such a class wee character. The way she dresses up the cat and all,
I
like,
know.
and just seeing like it's so like simple, like, but just seeing that cat dressed up as like a wee cowboy and all is,
I know.
is class.
And then like Georgia, like being 14, it's like, oh my god, my family are all so crazy and annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, excuse me, they're having a great time.
they're so
The cat's dressed up. Libby's having a great time.
Yeah.
Like the parents are hilarious. So that's why I know I'm old now, because I'm siding with the rest of them.
like exactly, just that's the second point I had down, was the bit where they go to that restaurant, I forget the name of it at the start.
God.
But when the granddad's like pretend to cough and then he like
His
coughs
teeth.
up the teeth, like,
And then
I
the
pissed
dad's
myself.
like, it's granddad's teeth, and he says it twice. And I was like, either he had to add up that line twice. But I just was like, it's so wholesome. But I think what I was trying to keep thinking when I was watching it was, George is 14 and everything is so embarrassing and shameful and annoying when you're that age. And I was the exact same. I was a wee melter.
Oh yeah.
So like, I think I had to keep like reminding myself of that when I was getting frustrated that she found her family so annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I
a
know
really
what you mean.
interesting journey with that.
Yeah. And I love the mum dad dynamic in it. I just thought there was like such like so nicely portrayed on the screen. Like, Alan Davies, you don't see much of him in things these days, but he's just like such a, I don't know,
he was kind of on panel shows, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's on QI, I think.
Yeah.
But he was in that show. Was it Jonathan Craic? Do you remember that show, Jonathan Craic?
No.
It was like a show, and like, saying it out loud, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's about him, and he's a magician that goes around solving crimes.
Here, I mean, that's an exciting premise.
Sounds dead on, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah. That would be like a Netflix show now.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
but I know it's an interesting one for him, because he was kind of just this man on the TV for me at the time.
Yeah.
And like I remember recognizing him when I watched it the first time and being like, oh, it's class. They've got like all these like random cast members in it. But yeah, I think the parents dynamic in it is really interesting to me now, because they're both like trying to figure out how to interact with Georgia in the like most healthiest way possible, because they're obviously like, she's 14, she's having all of these like big ideas about wanting to go have a big party, and they're like, you can't drink yet, and like I think they're still trying to navigate how to be parents to a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And whereas like she's also trying to navigate how to like manipulate her parents, so you can see that they're also trying their best, but it's actually really tricky for them as well.
Well, 100%. I thought like what I was saying about like how nicely they're portrayed on screen as well, I thought made it all the more heartbreaking when he moves to New Zealand, and when you think that she's gonna cheat on him with Jem.
Oh yeah.
I was like proper like annoyed. I was like, what is she doing? Like,
I know, with her lovely tops and her thongs and everything.
Oh yeah, right.
I was like, fair play to you, Mrs. Go and get it.
The bit at the end then, not to jump ahead too far, but the second that I seen Jem stand at the bar at George's party at the end, I was like, yeah, 100% has to be. And then the boyfriend walks off. I was like, yes, I knew it. This movie's just so much more wholesome now. She wasn't deviant in any way. Like,
I think there's always like a level of like wholesome with the film.
Yeah.
Everything kind of worked itself out, but I think on that I do have some thoughts about like who really is the villain here, and was it Lindsay?
100%.
But like, was she though?
Who do you think
because
might else?
Lindsay and your fella Robbie, is that the guy?
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lindsay and Robbie were going out, right? And then Georgia decided she wanted Robbie.
Actually,
so she kind of sabotaged their relationship.
Yeah.
And then Robbie breaks up with Lindsay and then goes out with Georgia or whatever. And then, what was it like? So obviously like Lindsay puts her party on the same day as Georgia's, but then there was just a couple of events I remember watching where I was like, I don't know if she's as bad. I know at the end she gets up and she's like makes fun of Georgia and all, but I think before that she wasn't the villain. Or it made me think about there's a whole section of this film where I'm like, in terms of like a modern like feminist approach, some of the things they say about Lindsay as a character, like for example they call her slaggy, they make fun of her for wearing a thong and just like are actually quite shameful towards her. I'm like I don't know if that aged quite well.
Okay,
but we can get into that.
Yeah, I get that. No, 100%.
But that's my other like big thought of the day.
Yeah, I suppose if you kind of look at it like have you seen the kind of reassessment of Karate Kid now?
No.
So like, have you ever seen the original Karate Kid film?
Oh god, I think so.
It's actually it holds up so well.
Yeah.
But one of the things, it was actually I think How I Met Your Mother that kind of brought it to light, was that Barney and How I Met Your Mother thought that Billy Zabka, the bad guy in the film, was the Karate Kid. He's like, when you look at it this way, it was actually Daniel LaRusso that went and like stole his girlfriend and like ruined his parties and things like that. But that How I Met Your Mother theory became like so popular that that's where the premise for the TV show Cobra Kai came from. So Cobra Kai then was Billy Zabka as the main character, and from his point of view, and it shows you how absolutely Daniel LaRusso kind of was the villain in his eyes. So it's kind of reassessing it in like a lens, looking back, going, the way it's aged is like, she actually was the aggressor in a lot of this. But
I think it was always the premise of like, she'll get the boy and she is just figuring everything out. And to be fair, like I think her friends they do recognize her behavior and are like, you've just been really shit.
Yeah,
I think that's good. But I think like it was just an interesting one. Like I forgot how, I mean, it's a comment on like the time and the language we did use, and like God, I went to an all-girls school and like the language was awful we said about each other. But like even calling someone like Slaggy Lindsay and just using more derogatory terms about someone who like apparently like sees a lot of people, it's so interesting when you watch a film from that period and how normal that was. Yeah. And how you watch it now and you're like, oh God, I don't think that's the message they would want for the film to say now. Yeah, so it's just an interesting thing of how this whole like thing about female friendship and like kind of looking after each other and like doing all these funny things, like having your first kiss with this random fella who has an office in his house and everything.
I wrote down here, Bieber hair sex worker.
Yeah.
Saliva boy, that's what they called him, wasn't it?
Yeah, what's his name? Peter Dyer.
That's it, yeah.
Oh my God, his narrative is so funny. But again, it's like, that was one part of the film when I first watched it. I was like, I have never felt so sane in my life.
Oh yeah.
I've never had that experience. But I think it's that thing of, this is like so funny. So did you have when you were growing up, like if you hadn't kissed someone, you were called a frigid.
Oh, flat out, yeah.
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 Flat out. That's called one flat
Yeah.
out.
And then like I remember doing the whole primary school thing, like so I stopped being a frigid like maybe like first year of secondary
It
school.
sounds like you stopped like taking drugs or something. You're like, I stopped being a frigid. I gave it up.
I was clean from the age of 11.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm so like I didn't have my first kiss till I was like 14.
Oh yeah.
So I am so jealous that like 11-year-old you like got in there.
Oh, but like I was like completely shitting myself. Like
was it like was it set up and everyone had to observe, or like what was the
kinda? So it was Freaky Friday in the cinema. And just I know the sequel's out.
I know.
I wonder if she's still out there somewhere.
I'm sure if it won't mind, it'll be all right.
I've already made this joke there.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was Freaky Friday in the cinema 2003, I think that came out 2002. But it was just like me and my friends were all boys, were sitting next to a group of girls, and it was like, you sit over here and you shift her.
The classic like Newry cinema setup. Oh my god.
I remember, and I'm just pure like out myself here because it is embarrassing, but it's funny. And
no,
do
you know what?
This
is what the film is about. It's about outing yourself and laughing at how stupid we all were. So
I didn't know you had to close your eyes. So you know, everyone was like, you know, obviously looking to see, and like my mate Terry, who I'm actually still mates with, like he's the one running that gig on Saturday.
Okay.
He was saying he just looked over and just seen me like,
oh no,
like
Niall.
fish, like, yeah.
Please tell me the girl had her eyes closed.
I don't know, because I couldn't see her, like, you know, and I don't think I think the only person who's seen me with the eyes open was Terry.
He's made like direct eye contact while it happened.
100%.
And was it P7 or secondary school?
That was first year in the Abbey, I think.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I do remember being in P7 and lying to everyone, being like, oh no, I have a girlfriend.
Did you shift them on holiday?
Yeah, it was in another school. It was like, no joke, the cliche
somewhere like in
lie.
Cullyhanna, like yeah, like she's from Cullyhanna, you wouldn't know her.
You know what the worst part is, and this is actually, I'm so embarrassed, and I'll be even more embarrassed the fact that I'm outing myself in my own podcast here, but I had the whole girlfriend from another school thing in P7, and
wait, was that true or was that a lie?
Oh, it was a complete lie.
Oh my god, I actually like the stress of keeping that up now.
But you know, this is where it gets really bad. There was so the girl I said who it was a real person that I knew.
Oh,
and
no.
there was a teacher assistant that came in from, like, maybe the girl was like a year older than us, so she is a secondary school doing like teacher assistant in a primary school, but she's only like a year older than us, and figured out that she knew her, and my mate turned around and went, that's his girlfriend. And I was like, and then she's like, she doesn't have a boyfriend. And I was like, and I think I just ran away, like, so.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did it, like anyone bring it up, or is it just like they've all realised that you?
Oh, I think I was just the end of it, to be honest.
I would have like resigned from school. I wouldn't have been back.
It was scundering to be, but like it's funny.
I know, but you know what? You'd rather have that experience not then than like in your mid-20s.
Oh, 100%.
Just get it over and done with then.
Yeah.
No, I remember, because when I was watching the sleepover scene of this film as well, it brought back loads of really funny memories. Because I don't know if like boys that age do have sleepovers, don't they?
Yeah, but it was more like just
what do you do? Like
Xbox.
Yeah, just Xbox and
Halo
vibes.
2 and Gears of War, to be specific. If we're talking about like 2008, that's
that period.
We used to have LAN parties, so nerdy, like, but one of the lads used to have us all up to his house. We'd all bring a wee tiny like CRTV each.
Oh my god,
and we'd just
so cute.
play video games till all hours.
Did you just talk about your feelings at all, or
never? No, still haven't. No.
No.
But
lads, I'm actually having a really bad time. No, that's a good thing. It's good to talk about your feelings.
It was good fun, and like
Aww.
it was like back before we drank. It was back before any of us like smoked or
just
anything.
Like heaped Pringles. Like I just remember these, like the amount of Pringles I ate.
Yeah.
And then, no, I think what I found really funny with that sleepover scene was just how it is kind of like this, almost like this witchcraft that happens at like teenage girls sleepovers.
Yeah.
And I remember being at one when I was around George's age, and no, I think I might have been a bit younger, but we went around everyone in the room, and you had to say whether or not you were frigid.
Oh no.
It was coming up to me, and I was like a big massive frigid, and I was like, am I going to tell the truth or not? And I did, and like the shame I felt, like it was just like as if you confess, like I don't know what the equivalent is, but it was like a stamp or something on you, and you're like, I have to lose my virginity as soon as possible, because I've admitted it to this group of other girls. But it was the most bizarre stuff happened at girls' sleepovers.
Oh really?
Yeah. I kind of love it though. I wish that we as adult women would have like sleepovers again.
Yeah.
Like you sleep over at your mate's house, but then you don't do like you don't have like little rituals where you like read magazines or like read your horoscopes and stuff. So bring it back.
I've had that.
Sleepovers back.
Yeah, I've had that same feeling with LAN parties, and the difference is now that me and the boys at some stage, not too recently, but maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, had tried to recreate like the LAN parties. But the problem is now that we all drink, and we're like, it'll be even more fun with drink. So you're playing Xbox, you have about 4 beers, realize you couldn't be arse playing Xbox, and then you just start smoking binds and going, and then it's just a carry out. It's just a carry out again. Like,
I know. I think it's like, how do you find the balance of doing things like that, like still having the crack and having a wee drink, but also like keeping it wholesome?
Yeah.
So maybe we just have to not drink at things. But
I was genuinely thinking that.
Yeah.
But then there is definitely maybe like, I don't think I convince any of the lads now, all of us age 33, a few of the boys have kids and all, like, do you want to have a fucking sleepover?
I think they would love that. Any excuse to be like, okay, let me just have a wee night away and have a break from life. But yeah I think it might be easier with women, I don't know, but I love the idea of boys having sleepovers. I think that's really cute.
Yeah, I've seen like Instagram reels where it's like we're getting the old crew back again and stuff, and it is something really wholesome about it. Yeah, so there was a line in this film that actually kind of hurt my feelings a wee bit.
Okay, share with the room.
It's the bit when Georgia first meets Robbie, which is Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, and he's like, I play bass. She's like, all bass players have big hands.
Oh no.
I have tiny hands, like tiny hands.
I mean, yeah, I think I kind of love that moment because she's like, obviously it's just being quite wholesome about it, but then it's a massive innuendo as well. But you're probably just like watching it being like, am I the problem?
Yeah, 100%. Like, but I'm weirdly self-conscious about my hands. Like, see if I ever see a photo.
I
of
was
me,
gonna say something. I'm sorry. Like they're really distracting.
They're rotten, aren't they? Like it's like I have no wrist. It's like my hand just goes into my forearm. It freaks me out. Like,
no, but you know what? I think I've never. Like, hands are weird and feet are weird. Like, objectively, like, we are a strange, like, set of creatures, and that's okay. So it's not what I thought I'd be saying on this podcast.
We're figuring a lot of things out here today. Yeah. So just what was it? Pete Dyer, was that the
Peter Dyer? Yeah.
So Saliva Boy, which is what they called him. So I just have down in my notes here: Bieber, her sex worker, and then another bit in this that maybe didn't age as well. I think it was meant to be like an embarrassing moment, but I think it seemed a bit darker. Was when he kind of falls into the bush with her.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I watched it again and I was like, that was weird.
Just assault.
Yeah, because I think it was a strange moment because it's one of those things that just happened and then everyone shows up and sees like her in the bush and all, and but they blame her.
Yeah.
And again, it's a really big sign of the times because again, if something like that happened when we were growing up, the girl was usually the one to be called something quite derogatory,
slaggy.
Yeah, and it was her fault every time. So yeah, it didn't age that well. But like Peter Dyer's character is really interesting because I was just thinking about, does he get paid for these sessions that he holds? Like, and if the equivalent was like in Newry at the time when we were growing up, would people have like went to him? Yeah, because like, you know, if it was me and I was like a frigid at the time and I was like, I just need to get my first kiss and not be a frigid anymore, would you be tempted by that?
Right enough. Like, yeah.
But I thought I actually do really love that part of the film because it's one of those like instances in it where it's like it is a bit weird and it's actually a bit like cheeky, and I love that. Like, I love the Elle goes as well.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I want to get some lessons off Peter.
Yeah.
But then they all run away and leave her, and I'm like, are you going to go back for Elle or what's the crack?
Yeah,
I'm reading too much into her narrative.
But like, I thought that was like really funny when he's like, "Oh, sorry, my 4 o'clock's here," and opens and Elle's outside.
Like, fair play, Elle. Yeah, get your shift.
She here, like, so when I looked up the trivia for this, have you looked up the IMDb trivia in this?
No.
By far the least trivia I've ever seen under a film.
And is there a section on IMDb with just like trivia? Or
yeah.
Okay,
so that's most of this podcast is me just looking up the trivia. And
that's your source material.
Yeah. Did you know? But so there was like 4 or 5 bits of trivia in this. 2 of them were kind of, but one of them was really interesting. One of them was kind of interesting. So Ellen and Dave, the laugh, you know, at the end, their on-screen kiss, the actor that plays her, Manjavine Gruel, that was her real life first kiss.
Oh wow, that's weird.
She was a fucking frigid before.
She was a fucking frigid, and she got her bag. Yeah, you know, that's so interesting because I've a friend who works as like an intimacy coordinator for like stage and screen.
Yeah.
And we were chatting about this recently, and like that actually is illegal now. So you can't have like 2 minors like kissing on screen.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't have the. So I've been told the information, and I'm still like so it might not be 100% correct, but what I know is that if two minors are kissing in a film, like it's kind of like, does that have to happen?
Aye.
And that would never have happened now. Like that would they wouldn't have allowed that to be our first kiss.
I suppose that makes
but it's
sense.
so interesting though, because if I was on set, like if someone cast me in Skins when I was that age, I'd be like, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
So I think like she probably had a lovely experience from it, but it's so interesting how different it is now.
Yeah, I suppose. And like the problem is that there is going to be like young actors put in positions where it's going to be trauma for them, like,
yeah,
you know,
it's wild. Like, God love them. Like, I mean, it's such a stressful, intense period to like film anything for anyone.
Yeah,
but I think for like people like under 18, it's they get more breaks, which is great. But I think it's felt like watching it, they all had a really fun time on this film though.
Yeah,
like I feel like they all really enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, it seemed
and I remember watching like the odd like behind the scenes thing about it, like when I was younger, and apparently when they had Peter Dyer's scene with him and Georgia and the wee like thing of saliva.
Oh yeah,
apparently it
so
was like
funny.
a special prop that they put on, so like when they separated, like it like pulled.
Oh,
so
okay.
I remember watching that and I was like, oh my god, this is so tactical and impressive. But yeah, it's like I like Dave the Laugh is a really interesting character for me now, because he would fancy Georgia the whole time, and then like Georgia uses him.
Yeah.
So I was really happy that like he kind of called her out on it, and you know there was that thing, you can't just like use people to like get someone.
Yeah.
But I like that like him and Elle got together at the end, because
Yeah.
they both just seem like nice people.
100%. He was such a nicely written character, like,
Yeah, and he is a laugh.
Yeah, the first thing you see him do is light his fart and fire, like, and he was like, "What are they doing?" And I was like, "Just being fucking legends."
Yeah,
just being fucking
it's like
legends.
it's called the Abbey grammar, okay? I know. What was it? Like, what's his line? It's like, you know, and I really thought that you thought I was a laugh. And I was like, oh my god, he's so hard.
Yeah.
But he just wants everyone to think he's a laugh.
He the bit where I forget the context, but where he refers to someone's breast as nunga nungas.
Oh no, I think like I died a wee bit when I watched that recently again. I just can't cope with that.
In a bad way or in a good way? Because I
no, in a bad way.
I laughed out loud when and then because I was like,
that's like peak your humor.
I was like, what did he say there? And he is like, because when he said something along the lines of, because that's the noise they make when you drop them, and then I was like. He was like, do you laugh at that? And I was like, no, shut up.
I don't think Dave the Laugh is the funniest person ever. I know there's some of the humor in it is like really, I remember even watching that when I was like a teenager and being like kind of cringed out by it, but I think it's also like that's what boys were like though.
100%.
Boys made like really, they still make really weird jokes about body parts, but yeah, as an adult woman I was watching that being like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Hard to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as I said, he was such like a well-written, well-rounded character, because at the start of it you probably think he's going to be portrayed as like a real dope, but then I think the first time you realise he isn't is when he passes the note to Georgia.
He's so cute, and then like he's so sweet to her when he drops her off like after their date and all, and he calls her beautiful and stuff. So yeah, it's a really it's a character arc that I actually didn't appreciate more until recently after watching it again, that he's actually a really nice guy. Yeah. But yeah, the thing is like I find really interesting is like Jazz as a character as well. She is kind of what I find really relatable about her was at the start of the film when like that iconic scene where George dresses in olive and she shows up to the party and like all the girls are meant to be like cheese and little like cocktail pieces and like one of them says, I think it's Jazz, like, you know, boys don't find funny, she basically says boys don't find funny attractive or like appealing. And I was like, that's what it was like when you were 14. You were just trying to figure out whatever way like boys could like you, and if you had to bend or change yourself to like make them fancy you, that's what you did. Right. Okay. Which is like, I look at that now as like obviously a 32-year-old woman, I'm like, that's devastating. You should never change who you are for like a boy to like you, but at that age you were like, I just want boys to like me. Do you think it's still that way for like 14-year-old girls? That's a really good question. I think it probably is in a different way, and I'm so out of touch with like what it's like to be someone that young at this point in time. Like it's like a whole other range of challenges. But I think it's what's really interesting is like coming from the perspective of like going to an all-girls school, which I did. You put boys in this like massive pedestal, and we all thought that they were like these amazing. I'm sure it was like the same in the Abbey. I was always in all-boys school. Like, so I was in all-girls school. Abbey Grammar. I'd never gone to school with the girls, so I was terrified of girls growing up. Like. we were like terrified of boys, but we also thought they were like these amazing creatures that like we had to like basically, you know, change our whole selves to like make them even notice us, which is like bizarre. But I remember you weren't about, because we were the first year, like they had different classes. So like for A level, the Abbey would have some A levels that the girls in Sacred Heart could go over
did you
to.
go to Sacred Heart then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So up the shags, but like they had like this first year, so we would go over to study psychology. And then some boys would come over to do sociology in Sacred Heart. But like now, when like the day we walked over to the Abbey at the start of 6th year, like boys who were barely out of the womb, like first years, were shouting at us like, "Show us your tits!" And I was like, "You are literally 5."
Yeah.
But it was terrifying.
Yeah, 100%.
I was like, "What the hell was that?" But it was hilarious at the time as well, because you were just like, "Oh, it's so funny, all these boys are shouting at us." I was like, finally I get the attention I want. But it was quite but it was so funny. Like, it was just it felt like a weird science experiment.
Yeah.
But it's kind of bizarre having single sex education, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's right.
It's
in
weird
my
enough.
opinion.
Does the Abbey and Sacred Heart still do that? Do you know? Or
I think so, yeah. But like they also did it in like St. Coleman's and stuff, so they've had like a bit of a crossover with different subjects.
Okay.
But I think it's just, I don't know, I think it has its advantages and disadvantages, but like overall I think for your development you should probably just be educated with like everyone.
Yeah.
So you're not thinking that boys are like brilliant or vice versa with like, you know, boys thinking girls are these like mysterious creatures either.
Yeah.
But how did you find it? Like, do you think it was helpful or?
I remember in school specifically people saying like, as cool as it would be to have girls here, I don't think it'd be anywhere near as much crack, because everyone's just themselves.
Yeah.
No one's afraid of like embarrass themselves too much, like, you know. So
you
like,
could be like Dave the Laugh in full form, basically.
yeah, pretty much, like just having a lighter and, you know. But yeah, I remember thinking that at the time. But then it put me in a situation that when I went to uni eventually, and there was like girls in class, I was like, like I didn't know what to do.
My
like,
lady.
just so socially
have your fedora
awkward,
out
like,
and then you'd be fine.
yeah, and I was socially awkward enough as it was in a boys' school, like, you know. But
I know, it's bizarre. I think like the only thing that enabled me to interact with boys was like DT Fridays.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that? Oh no, because you're like near. So were you ever in the depot on a Friday after school?
I was in the depot nearly every single
well, that's
day.
like you lived in the
school.
depot probably.
Yeah.
I still go in there sometimes, unfortunately, and I feel the energy of like downtown Fridays from school, and I feel like just like the sweat and the makeup and the perfume that all the girls wore before they met the boys, and there's something quite exciting about it because you had this rush of like, oh my god, we're gonna meet the fellas.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's still like that now.
Yeah. See, actually, I was like, there's a group of lads in the Abbey my year that would have been mates with a group of girls in Our Ladies. So we used to like go down to the depot nearly every day after school. A lot, just 10 minutes of crack, they get the bus home, and then Fridays they might get the 5 bus home. We always go to like Subway or Grounded or something like that. But I'm actually still mates with all those girls these days. Like, it's like still really good pals with them. Like,
do you know what I miss? I miss when Subway, the meatball meat long. The meatball foot long. I don't know why my brain just fucking glitched when I said that. Was like a $5, and like every Friday I would get it, and I was like, this is peak living.
I still get that thing all the time. Like,
I'm so jealous.
It's still so good. Like,
I need to get one after this actually.
Yeah, 100%. I had my like stag last weekend.
Oh my god! I didn't know you were engaged. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm getting married in like, I was going to check my watch out. Like 7 weeks we're getting married. And like,
so where are you getting married?
Bellingham Castle.
Oh, class.
Yeah, so it's getting
excited.
You recently got married there.
Yeah, well lads, if you need any tips and tricks, just don't. I'm telling everyone like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Don't
add loads of details in to worry about. Just make it as like simple as possible, but easily be fine.
Well, like, so we only properly met for the first time in the Fiddler's Green there a few weeks ago. So like, I was actually going to say to you earlier, it's nice to meet you when I'm not like 14 pints deep, because
I know. Well, we were both actually. No, was I drinking? No, I couldn't drink that weekend. I was devastated. So I was like, you're 14 pints deep, and I was like very unfortunately sober.
Yeah. No way. Oh, I'm glad you're only telling me that now, because I had the fear when I thought, I was like, I definitely remember talking about Shrek 2 or something.
Yeah.
But I just
remember you were like headbutting Turlock, and I was like, this is a funny man.
Was I headbutting Turlock? Was I actually like?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it just made you more endearing. I was like, this is a funny man.
Oh,
he's
god.
nice. But yeah, I think. No, I was like on antibiotics, so it was fair.
Okay.
And 0-0 was like, they are brilliant, but like it's never the same.
See, this is my problem, which I do. Like, I'm not proud to admit how much I do it, but like, if I go out at the weekends, I drink way too much because I don't have like a like thing in my brain
You are
telling me to
just a
stop.
pint machine.
But the thing is that like I handle it really well, so
Yeah.
people go, "Oh, I didn't think you were that drunk," but I don't remember any of it. And then I'm like texting people being like, "Was I a dick?" And all, like, and everyone's always like, "No, you're 100%." But I still have this underlying fear all the time. Like,
I hate that though as well. Like I'll get it even when I've just had like steady drinks, but I've not even been steaming and I remember everything, but you still have that tinge of like, but was I a melter though?
yeah,
And you'll think of one thing you said to someone and it'll like echo in your head and you'll like
100%.
go into a spiral, but
yeah,
it's fine. You're a nice person and you're just having the crack.
Yeah.
That's it. But the fear is real, especially when you're like at this age. It's just not worth it sometimes.
I do not remember headbutting Turlock Tinley once, so that's new.
He
Like,
can get him on the pod next and then he can like confirm it. But it was like an endearing headbutt. It was like
okay.
when an animal wants to get someone's attention.
It was like
I was like, he's a funny, goofy guy. I like it.
was it like in The Simpsons? Do you remember when like the elephant goes in and
Yeah,
starts
it's
headbutting?
some Stampy. You're Stampy. It's okay.
It's like some people are just jerks.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no,
good
that
stuff.
was fun. But sure, we got Newry Pride this Saturday, so
Yeah, right
you'll
enough.
see. I'll be doing the Stampy. I'll be
Yeah.
headbutting people.
You'll be headbutting Laura McAleen. Like, yeah. But that's what I was saying. So that's what I meant to say to you earlier. You're saying that you're going out with Laura on Saturday. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So like she'll have not one nice word to say about me, like in the funniest possible way, because
I think
like
we're gonna have to get used to fight in the depot car park.
we were at Jenny ran like a Pride fundraiser event like about a month or so
I know.
ago.
I'm raging. I missed that.
It was good crack.
It looked like it was good fun.
But Laura was there and it was all like nice. He was like, "Well, Laura," she's like, "Oh, not too bad, how's you?" And I forget what it was I said there, but I just remember going, "I forgot how much I hate you." Like, and I was like,
Is it like a
"Yes."
sibling humor?
Oh,
or
yeah,
like
100%.
relationship. Okay.
It's not a genuine hate, I don't think.
No,
I
it's just like you're a wee melt.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still think we need to like. I'll organise a fight in the depot car
100%.
park.
Yeah, depot car
And you
park.
can finally see it out. Because there used to be a category of like something on YouTube, it's like Newry fights. I don't know if you ever like watch them, but like some people I know used to watch them.
Was it a big old flashbox at one stage?
It was given flashbacks, yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of like, do you remember that song? Oh my god, this is such a throwback. It's called House Baby by DJ. Yeah, but they used to like everyone's flashback was that song.
Gary
and then-
McGeff.
Oh my gosh.
Was it Gary McGeff?
I think it was, yeah. But like it was like people doing donuts.
Yeah.
And I just have a memory of like one of them being like Newry somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is so cool.
Class.
Like I was like, I'm 12 and like this is really cool.
It's mad. Like, just sorry, speaking about the weddings, and before I forget to say, so before I even met you, I seen all your wedding photos because I know you're Connor, your husband now.
I know, that's wild. He's my husband.
Your wedding looked incredible.
Oh, thank you.
In Cabroni Park and all, like it just
Yeah.
looked so nice. Like
It was great. We had the best day ever.
very unique, like, which is cool. Like,
Yeah, we just fancied getting married. Like, how did we decide it? I think it's really morbid actually. Because we were engaged for about 2 years and then I was like, look, let's just get married because you don't know what's going to happen. It's implying one of us is going to die.
Same with us. I swear to God, like we have been engaged since October 23, and Aoife tricked me. This is the whole joke: is that every time we're talking about getting engaged, we'd all say we get engaged, but then we buy a house before we plan a wedding.
Okay.
And literally within 24 hours of getting that ring in her finger, Aoife was like,
She got a book.
"Fuck it, let's just." But
Oh, that's good.
she was
though.
like, "No, I don't know how long all our relatives are going to be about," and
Yeah.
then obviously that was like, "Yeah, right, no, fuck."
It's really morbid though, and like, but I think that's okay because weddings are a really big part of people's lives, and it's okay to get a bit existential.
Yeah.
But yeah, because we were April 23, so a wee bit before yous, and then I don't know, we were just standing about Cabroni Park, and I think we just were like, let's just get married here. And then we picked a tree, and then we're like, yeah. And then I checked if my like Ruby, who was our celebrant, Ruby the celebrant, who is brilliant,
Oh yeah.
would recommend. She was free the date we were thinking, and I was like, yep, that's it.
And did you just have to like book the park out or anything, or did you just turn up? Oh no.
I'll just say, Newry and Mourne Council, we had to pay them a fee.
But they're known for being really good and competent and not
Yeah.
in any way problematic. Newry and Mourne Council.
I'll just say that the fee was the same amount as if I was booking for the vintage car show, basically. But there was 80 people at our event, so
Oh.
I just thought we could show up and do it. But then our celebrant, she obviously being like very good at her job, was just making sure all the paperwork was right. And then they were like, "No, you got to book it out." And I was like,
That's a
it's
joke,
under a
like-
tree, like
Yeah.
we'll be gone in half an hour."
Yeah.
But you know, I was just like, grand, we'll do it because it's worth it.
Yeah,
It's
I was
fine.
going to say, definitely worth it.
And
like.
then, yeah, it was a brilliant day. It was lashing rain the whole week building up to it. And I put the child of Prague outside. And he went to work, and it was beautiful. So yeah, very grateful. But I don't know if uni feel like this, but like me and Connor don't enjoy attention.
No.
So that
You're
was...
talking to a man that's filming himself in his
I
own
know,
house
you're
right
talking
now.
to two people on a
Yeah.
podcast. But it's very... I think like the day goes in so quickly and so many people are looking at you. But my biggest advice is make sure you take like even 15 minutes to go for a wee walk or something.
I've heard that, yeah.
That was like one of the best parts of the day for me when
Yeah.
we just went down like the Ferry Glen and Restrava, and we were like, yeah, it's going good.
Pretty cool.
It's going well.
Yeah. But
But,
you just had like a cool like choreographed dance and all.
Mate, that wasn't choreographed.
What?
So we like weren't going to do a first dance because we didn't do speeches or anything.
Yeah.
And we were like, the lovely man who was the lead singer of the band that we had was like, you have to have a first dance. And we were like, okay. So we picked a song and then we just practiced in the kitchen a wee bit because Connor, I'm outing Connor here, but he doesn't like dancing like, you know, in public.
He looked all right.
Well, this is the
dancing
thing,
there,
right?
like-
We just were like, okay, we'll just, you know, have a wee boogie and then you do that thing where you call everyone on up. So it'll only be like a couple of seconds and it'll be grand. When like the Holy Spirit took over Connor when that music started and he flung me about the dance floor now. Like I've never seen him move that way in my life.
Mad.
And it looks like it's really choreographed. It wasn't at all.
That's mad. Like,
I know.
It properly looks class.
Something went into his body and I don't know what it was, but yeah, it was. So just go with it. Oh, but like that's the thing. It was such a lovely day because I think like it was the right balance of we could enjoy ourselves like that, but also we weren't the center of attention. And it was just, we really tailored it to just suit us, and just make sure you do that for your wedding as well.
Yeah, cool.
I'm loving that this is a wedding podcast now.
Yeah. Listen, I think everyone's sick of me talking about my wedding, so it's nice to talk about someone so recently married.
Yeah, but like, it's a whole journey though.
Yeah.
Like, how are you finding the prep and everything? Or
Aoife's finding it really stressful.
What about you? Are you doing any?
No, not
Mate,
really.
you need to help her out.
No, to be honest, like she's not really finding it too stressful. I'm helping where I can. Like I've booked our day 2 band and
Oh, class, where's your day 2 at?
Lumbers.
Where's that?
Yeah, it's like in Ravensdale. It's really cool. It's just like a bar in the middle of nowhere, but it's like a really cool bar.
Yeah.
It's been there for years.
Class.
The boys from the Mary Walbers do like a session there every Thursday.
Unreal.
It's cool.
Did you know that the Mary Walbers used to be rappers?
Yeah.
I seen that video pop up today.
TPM they were called.
Oh my god.
Taxpayers' money, I think it's
iconic.
Yeah.
I seen like it's just them walking about Dundalk and like they're
Yeah.
just rapping, and I was like, these are the talents. Like, I was like, bring it back.
That tune's called The Boys in the Fast Course, and it's mad because I remember when that tune came out and like thinking it was cool, like and like really enjoying it, and then became a massive fan of Mary Walbers, and then someone said, you know, that's the same boys, and I was like, fuck
I know, it's
off,
mad,
like,
isn't it? You wouldn't think like, oh no, I love that. Mary Walbers are unreal.
Class.
Such a fan.
One of them like was in Mocara. I was in my stag there. One of them was in Mocara, so I was like,
Did you go to Mohara for your stag?
yeah, for the home stag. We're doing like an away one soon.
Unreal.
But
was it like a pub crawl around Dundalk?
No, just Mocara.
Oh, good choice.
Because I just love that place.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
there all the
unreal.
time, and their food and all is class.
And
like,
did they
so-
just walk in? Like,
No, I emailed them ahead and I was like, I want to do my stag there, but I don't want to just turn up with 30 people.
Yeah.
So they were like, that's grand. We'll reserve a load of seats for you. And the reason I picked there was because anywhere else, if you're ordering food, you're going to have to like work out a bill and who's sitting at what table. But there you can just go up and get something and walk back.
yeah,
from
and
the
they
bar,
do like amazing toasties there. So
and the pizza, so good.
Yeah.
But,
so your
Andy-
fella from the
yeah,
Mary
Andy
Walbers
from the Mary
walked in?
Walbers was there.
Class.
And someone pointed out to me about 3 or 4 hours in, I was like, I'm not going near him because I've met him before and he's lovely,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to torture him.
Especially when you're like 50 pints deep, like.
Yeah. But I think a few of the boys must have went up to him then, because just when we were about to leave, he walked out of the smoking area. He's like, where's the groom? And I was like, hello, I love you. Yeah.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah.
Did you get chatting to him then?
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. I've met him twice before.
They're so cool.
They're so dead on. Like,
I think if I was really wealthy, I'd probably get them to do like my birthday or something.
we were talking about like pricing them to see if they'd do like our wedding, but then it was like, we don't want to take too much attention away from us.
No,
Fucking
but
Mary Walbers are there, like.
here, well, you never know. I mean, it might be worth checking.
Yeah.
And like they're the kind of band where they would just get like the sesh going,
Yeah.
but then they also like they would just disappear. And you
Yeah.
can still get on with your wedding. They're,
Right,
they're
no.
so good.
I suppose might be a bit late now. I think we've got everything booked, but right. Let's see if Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging.
Angus Thongs and Perfect Shifting, that's what it's called.
Yeah. So one of the notes I took in this was just how 2008 so much of it was,
Yes.
which I love, because I always loved 2008 as a year. I don't know why. I remember it was our 5th year formal. A week after the 5th year formal, I went to New York with one of my friends. You know, one of those Our Ladies girls I was telling you about?
Yeah.
She's not sitting there. Don't know why I'm pointing there. And because my mate Katie, the one I was saying that loved the book of this,
Yeah.
she moved over to New York when we were like 15 or something. So
Yeah.
me and another mate went over to visit her.
Aw.
Stayed there for like 2 weeks. That was like the summer 2008, right in the middle of the housing crash. It was class.
Yeah, you had a great time.
And then the day we came back, I went to Oxygen to go see Rage Against the Machine.
Oh my god.
So like it was always like the best summer of my life, 2008. So
this is gonna be the best summer ever. Yeah, you had that.
right before we all go off to college.
I know.
But yeah, so like a lot of the things that jumped out at me about this was there's a line where Georgia goes like, oh, maybe I can save up enough money to get a PDA instead of a mobile.
I know.
Do you remember PDAs?
So what was that, like a BlackBerry?
Kinda. It was like right before BlackBerry.
Was that the thing? Like, do you remember that music video with Kelly and Nelly?
Exactly.
Is that when she's typing on the spreadsheet?
Excel, yeah.
And it's just like, no wonder he didn't text back.
Yeah. It was like the first smartphone, but you had like to use a stylus to use it.
Oh
like,
my god.
they were so bad, but they were kind of like cool.
Yeah.
At the same
oh,
time.
I love that. But the fashion as well, though, it was like, but that's all stylish again.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was one scene she was wearing this giant belt.
Belt.
They're all back in now.
Yeah.
Like the youth are wearing them again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I can do this again, guys.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But like,
But
I'm
even,
still trying to get used to baggy trousers again. Like,
Yeah, I've tried them out and I don't know if I can do it, but I really respect that it's not skinny jeans. But skinny jeans are also coming back now as well.
yeah, weirdly, you know what I think happened? I said this to one of the boys recently. Weird conversation.
Just like the usual jean chat over gaming.
So this is my theory in this, right? So I think skinny jeans first really became a thing in like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
And then it took them till, and I'm going to pinpoint the exact moment skinny jeans became uncool. It took them to 2020. Do you remember the picture of the 4 lads that had the skinniest jeans on, and then
they got slated,
tattoos got ripped to bits? I think that's what killed skinny jeans.
Yeah.
So it went from like skinny jeans to the skinniest jeans, and it took about 13 years to do that.
Yeah, they did have a good run, didn't they?
Whereas baggy jeans kind of came back in around 22, 21 maybe.
I think it was around lockdown time.
Yeah.
And then because like now, oh my god, I'm so elderly. So she's called Billie Eilish, right?
Yeah.
So, but is it because like me and Connor have this joke where we called her Billie Eilish, as in like Eilish, an old lady's name.
Yeah.
But is it Eilish? Billie Eilish?
I think it's Eilish.
Okay. Oh my god, I've just outed myself even more. But she always wore quite baggy clothes.
Yeah.
And I think that was just like quite a progressive way to like dress, because you didn't have to feel the need to like show off your figure as much. You could just be comfortable and cool. So I think she kind of around like 2020, 21 did that.
Right enough. I never really thought of her as being the kind of pioneer of that movement. But
no, it's really interesting because now it's like that indie sleaze fashion's coming back. So that was peak 2008.
Yeah.
So that's all back now. And like Topshop's coming back. And I feel like there is a resurgence of that whole era.
Yeah.
Musically as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So watching this does feel like it's really nostalgic, but I'm also seeing it pop up again now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do we fit in all of this? We've done it already. But it is so of its time, this film. That's why I love it as well.
You see, what you said there about the whole indie sleaze movement coming back could actually probably be a better explanation than mine, but my theory was that it took 13 years for skinny jeans to go from kind of skinny to spray on skinny.
Yeah.
Whereas with baggy jeans, it's gone from like 2022 to like now people are wearing like the baggiest like Jinko jeans and all again. Like, so I think that's why skinny jeans are coming back so quickly. It's because baggy jeans kind of escalated so quickly. Does that make
we need to
sense?
stop the baggy jeans. They're getting out of control.
Parachute
I know what you mean,
but
it's also like from my understanding, I being on Instagram, I think like his trends are a lot quicker now because we've like more access to like different like types of trends online, so people are just like changing their style up a bit more, whereas back in our day you had like magazines and Skins, and that was where you got your inspo from. So
magazines and Skins. Skins was so like influential and iconic though, wasn't it? Like it really was. Like, I was
chatting to someone about this recently, like when you watched it, because you didn't want your parents hearing that you're watching it, so you had it on like the lowest volume and you're like sitting right by the TV and you're like, oh my god, they're shifting. And it's like, it was just it was almost like pornographic.
100%. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
And they're all smoking and doing drugs, and they're all so cool, and like,
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to be that.
Yeah.
And like, where was I gonna be like that in Rostrevor? in like in the
Ferns.
mountains. I know. I wish. But then you watch it back now, you're like, oh, that's actually kind of cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just I think like between this and Skins, like if I was to show like someone from like years ago what that time was like, I'd show them both this, because yeah, it's just so, I don't know. And then the Scouting for Girls, like in the soundtrack and all, and the Maccabees.
That's literally what I have down there. So after PDA, it was Cooks, Naive was in it.
Yeah.
Scouting for Girls, and then one really big 2008 thing was Robbie was wearing a waistcoat over a white t-shirt.
I mean, that's all back now as well. The waistcoats are back.
And then Ting Tings was in it at one stage, which is just a square peg to me. Like,
yeah, I really wanted to be a Ting Ting. Like,
yeah.
That's all I wanted in 2008. I was like, one day that's going to be me.
There was one thing in this that, are you on a time limit here? Do you need to go or anything? Cause
No,
I was going to say just in case.
I'm all good.
There was one bit in this that kind of reminded me of something that was very personal experience for me was, Jas numerous times told her fella what Georgia said. So the first thing was about saying that oh God, what did you call Jazz's fella in this again?
Oh God. See, I don't remember a lot of their names.
I have every name but him written down.
Tom. Is it Tom?
Let's go with Tom.
Why do I remember that though, and not like important dates in world history?
But so Tom, Robbie's brother, like Jazz tells him that Georgia thinks she's too good for him. And then there was another bit where it was Jazz that told him that Dave the Laugh was just being used, and that's how that all came out essentially. So essentially Jazz was just telling her fella everything that like her best friend confided in her.
Yeah.
And the exact same thing happened to me when I was in school. So
did someone break girl code on you?
A real good friend of mine, we were both going out with two really good friends. Yeah. And there was 2 or 3 times that I had told them something. Yeah. Not thinking, but then like so. So you would have told the girl or the person that you were. No, I told that my friend that was one of the lads. Okay. And then he told his girlfriend, who was best friends with my girlfriend at the time. Messy. And the worst case of this being that I said I was thinking of breaking up with her. Oh, stop. And then within 2 days, she came up to me and was like, "Heard you're thinking of breaking up with me," right? And you're like, "I'm in the middle of my Subway meatball footlong here. Yeah. Don't talk to me." Do you know what the worst part is? Did she break up with you in Subway? Look into the camera here. Your brother-in-law, Turlock Tinley. Wait, what? Turlock Tinley slobbered on you? He was the slobber. Like, right. We need to get the Tinley brothers on. And we got a lot to talk about. Yeah. This is actually the whole reason for this. Oh, Turlock, come out. Yeah. Come on down. There's another camera over there, and they're going to be on the sofa here. So that's why I said putting them there. Yeah, it all makes sense now. Oh my, I'm Dave the Laugh in this whole situation. But I think, like, again, I really like that narrative in it, because when you get like your first boyfriend or girlfriend, right, you just drop your priorities with your friends, and I think it's kind of a shit thing you have to go through. And you may not do it, or else you might be the victim of it, but like, yeah, it's kind of shit, isn't it? Yeah, no, 100%. I think you kind of need to do it just to like go through it, and then when you become an adult, you're like, oh, I actually have boundaries and I don't have to do that. But yeah. I know. So did she break up with you first, or did you? No, we actually stayed on after that. It was. Were you like, I'm not breaking up with you? It was one of those like teenage, like kind of toxic relationships that went on probably a bit too long, like, you know. Yeah. It's probably like they just go to the square peg and like have it out, and then I think we met in the square peg actually. Yeah. Oh God. Good times. I miss it. Bring it back. Bring it back. What even is the ship like? It's not the same. I mean, no offense to it. Like, I'm sure it's a lovely establishment. Yeah. Actually, it's nice. Yeah. So, but yeah, so I'm trying to think what else. Since in terms of IMDb trivia, there's only 2 interesting points, and one of them was that one I was saying about Ellen and Dave the Laugh's on-screen kiss was her actual first. And that, so it wasn't Dave the Laugh's first kiss. No, just your girl Elle. So the actress is called Manjavine Gruel. Yeah. But the other kind of fun fact was that this is the first Nickelodeon film to have a PG-13 rating. Because of all the kind of like sex talk and all. Yeah. So the Nickelodeon being like an American kind of company were like, oh, we don't know if we want all this talk about sex in a kids movie. Like, but it's like, it is strangely progressive though in that sense. Because I don't know, I would love to see what this film would be like if it was produced now. I think it'd be quite different. But
I know there was like the whole book series, and I kind of wish like I'd love to see it like made into like a TV series or something.
Yeah.
But I really like, I think I'd love to see the equivalent of like, what is it like for if Georgia was about now and she was 14, 15, like what would her life be like, or how would that translate to now? And it'd be so different.
100%. See, especially with the, like, I hate the term, and there's no term to make you feel older than going social media. Like, you know what I mean? But I do think it's completely fucked up.
I know
the heads of everyone.
Yeah,
not
I
just
did
kids.
a bit of work on like a play last year that was kind of written for like people George's age, and the whole message of it really is like, look, the phones aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's about how do we help young people to like actually look after themselves.
Yeah.
Because telling them get rid of the social media is not going to happen.
No.
So that was a really enlightening process for me, because I just learned about, oh well, it's empowering them more than taking it away. But it's still terrifying.
100%.
And I'd rather be informed about it instead of just, you know, deciding that I'm elderly and like not knowing about it anymore. But I'm so glad TikTok wasn't around when we were growing up, because I would have, many shameful TikToks would have been uploaded.
Yeah. Like I remember me and my friend Terry, the one I was telling you about earlier, he and me used to have like my webcam on my computer, and we just make these stupid wee videos of us just doing like funny voices and all, like, but never went anywhere. Thank God. Like,
well, like did you put it on YouTube or anything? No,
it was before YouTube even existed. Like,
I mean, that's like, if there was a platform, you would have put that online.
Yeah. But
like, even the idea of, I don't even know how you'd go about uploading a video onto a Bebo Flashbox.
Yeah.
That was something that was like technologically beyond any of us. Thank God.
100%. It was just like DJ Gary McGeff was the only one that knew how to do it.
But see, mine was so curated because everyone just had to know what I was listening to at that point, because I was an indie girl, but also kind of a sing kid. So my Flashbox was like something really like hipster. And then
what would have been hipster back then?
Well, I was really into like the Libertines and like Baby Shambles and all. And I was like, guys, you don't get it. And it's like, welcome to my page, prepare to be educated. But then, you know, the section like about me. My like music was just all of the artists like I have on my iPod. But like it was like a massive paragraph that no one was going to listen or what or read. And I was like, here's all these obscure indie bands that I like. And I buy copies of Enemy. What about it? I mean, I'm still like that now, but it was like the Flashbox for me was a way to show off how artistically and musically hipster I am.
That's kind of me now with Spotify Wrapped. I'm like,
God.
oh, look at all the cool music
it's coming
I listen
back.
to. Yeah.
It's going to be here any second now, which is terrifying.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And they'll be like, another year's passed.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to have to wipe out all the Chappelle Roan I've been listening to.
Chappelle Roan?
Yeah.
Chappelle Roan?
Yeah,
you mean Chapel Roan?
Is it not Chappelle? Like, no. I thought it was Chappelle, like. I've been calling her Chappelle to people.
No,
like,
it's not Chappelle.
Is it actually Chapel Roan? Like,
oh my God, please tell me you haven't been saying that.
I've been saying this to people. Like,
oh my God, no, it's Chapel Roan. I'm so sorry.
Oh God.
Do you need to go make some phone calls?
I've been listening to her for so long.
But see, that was me with like Billie Eilish. I was like, I don't know which one's real anymore.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely Chapel. I'm really sorry.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were joking there, and I was like, yes, I am a fan of the Chappelle Roan. But see, she's great. You don't need to be ashamed of liking her.
Yeah, I think she was in my rap last year. But that album, The Downfall of Her Name, is just unreal.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of hers. No, my Spotify Wrapped is probably going to be just a lot. I just listened to a lot of Fred again and Bicep. Yeah, because like I probably don't look like I enjoy that type of music, but see like hard beats.
Oh yeah,
hard beats. Yeah, that's the genre. But
hard
like
beats.
Yeah, I love that kind of shit. So that's my Spotify Wrapped.
Bicep's releasing some new good stuff as well. Like,
see, I'd love to go to a merge, but I'm just like, again, I'm an elderly woman.
Way too. I think like one of the lads went last year. He got like a free ticket, and his wife got assaulted by a young teenager. Yeah, so
okay,
that's
definitely not going now.
Sounds like his wife got assaulted by a young teenager. What
a hooligan! But that's actually objectively that's awful.
Yeah,
God.
So like I've kind of been put off of that. Like, but we went to see Bicep about 6 or 7 years ago, and we were the oldest people there by a lot, because it was like in Custom House Square.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it Evia?
No, it wasn't even. It was Custom House Square, and it was like, again, one of those ones 16s can get in.
Yeah.
And I remember never feeling so old in my life, but like,
you're like,
Bicep are great.
No, I mean, this is it. I really love that type of music, and I love like AVA, like all of that type of music, but it's just I think everyone should enjoy it, but I'm also like, can there be a portion of it for like over like 25s or over 30s?
100%. Like,
but there is a night out now. You've probably heard about it. It's like it's an over 30s club, so it's like a night out that they do. They've done it in Limelight, but it's been in Newry a couple of times.
Yeah.
So it starts at 5 p.m. and then it ends at like 9.
Yeah.
And they're just playing all the throwbacks. I'm like, I need to get into that.
This is where I would be too much of a hipster, because I'd be like, they're going to be playing shite tunes at that. Like,
but what would be a shite tune?
Black Eyed Peas, like what?
See, that's
I got
my
a
jam.
feeling and all. Like,
but does that not instill like a sense of like serotonin in your body?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe I haven't heard it in years, but like, so I used to go to like the weddings they were up in the bank a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to it? Like,
yeah, R.I.P.
And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But I never enjoyed the music at it. I always hated the music.
Yeah.
I just went for the crack. Like,
I understand, because I've heard some other people have said like I didn't like even like Avicii gave them anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Whereas like that, like
Avicii,
that's like a drug to me.
Yeah.
It's like a drug to me.
but that is just me being a snob, essentially. Like,
yeah.
But here, I wanted to chat about your own work.
Yeah, we should probably go back to
Yeah.
Avicii's like a drug to me. Oh, so you need to edit so much of this out.
No, here, this has been a great one for tangents. That's what I said. Like, and I say it to every guest before we record. Tangents are welcome. I don't know how much the listeners like them, but like I recorded the podcast that I would listen to, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
No, I enjoy the ones that are just the chats as well. So
yeah.
giving the people what they want now. That's
it. So yeah, I requested to be able to watch is it just the 2 short films you've made then?
Yeah, I've got.
Sorry, is it the
I'm
2?
so sorry.
Yes.
I'll try and make more for you.
I'm sorry.
No, I've made, so that's kind of the 2 full length short films I've done. I've got one in post as well at the moment as well, which is really exciting. But I've done like one for TV, which was like 5 minutes, and then another one as well. So yeah, I've dabbled.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. So we watched them both last night. So the first one, Bad Vibes. Wasn't expecting to see Megan Tyler in any of them.
Do you know Megan Tyler?
Yeah,
Stop. Yeah,
she's
Megan
lovely,
is an absolute legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, how do I know her? I think I was doing backstage at like the Abbey School show when she was in it. It was like West Side Story or something.
Amazing.
And I think I've just known her since then. Like,
yeah.
I think in like talking to her in real life, I've probably spoken to her like a handful of times, but we've always like followed each other online.
Yeah,
like, you know,
no, Megan is
lovely,
incredible. Such a talented writer and performer, just an all-round cool person.
Yeah, she was in. I didn't get down to see it, but she was in that Much Ado About Nothing there recently.
Oh, was that because there was Ernest?
No, sorry, The Importance of Being Earnest.
Yeah. Oh my God, Megan was incredible in that. So funny.
Calla in that.
Do you know Calla as well?
Second cousin.
Can I just say a side note? I think Newry has the amount of artistic talent that comes out of Newry.
Yeah.
Is incredible.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Newry and Mourne, it's just wild. Especially like, so if I'm in a rehearsal room in Belfast or whatever, or like Dublin, you're never too far away from someone from Newry.
Yeah,
it's class.
100%.
I'm so proud of it. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but no, Calla's my cousin.
Stop.
Yeah.
I was working with Calla last summer.
No way.
Yeah, Calla's brilliant.
And Aoife and Anna, her sisters, are both incredibly talented.
Oh my
as well.
God.
Like Aoife's. I think she's going to be in like the new season of Blue Lights. And then
Aoife,
her Calla's sister, Aoife
Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I need to go like look up their whole family.
Yeah, Aoife was in Say Nothing there as like Marion Price's daughter.
Stop.
Yeah. And then
oh my God.
So Aoife's the youngest, Calla's the oldest, and then Anna is like an artist, and she's again like super talented. Like they're just such a talented family. Like,
how do they do it? It's not fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Megan. I was so happy that Megan was able to do my first short. Because I just knew that they were going to make it really incredible. And then Michael Patrick is the other actor in Bad Vibes, and Michael is an incredible, again, writer, performer, and is just amazing. So I was spoilt. And then I had Emily Leamy as the shop assistant as well. And
so you wrote that as well as
so that was I decided I wanted to like try and write a short film a few years ago, because I knew that was how I was going to really properly get to know film, because my background's theatre. So I was like, I'll write a short film and see how I get on. And then did this game with Northern Ireland Screen, and like basically every week was given notes about my short, and it was like ripped to shreds every month. And I was like, God, I'm really shite at this. But then it got picked to get produced, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
And it was just my first go at properly making a film.
Class. It's so I like really enjoyed it. Like it was like it was just so, I thought, like the kind of journey that they go through, where it's like they're kind of, is it like a lingerie kind of sex
So
shop
I
type
used
thing,
to work
isn't
in
it?
Ann Summers in Dublin when I was studying,
did you?
and I was like, oh my god, the characters that walked in, and like it was one of the best jobs ever. And I did a stint in the Newry Ann Summers as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to write something about this.
Yeah.
So Bad Vibes is very much based on my time working in Ann Summers.
Yeah.
And so that, the film takes place in like a independent sex shop in a shopping centre in Belfast.
Fair enough.
It's great crack.
But the kind of like journey that the couple go through, from kind of awkward chatting at the start to like a full blown row to kind of like coming around to each other, was like so nice. And I think there's parts, if you really wanted to like dissect that kind of relationship that they have, that there's parts of it that I think any couple in the world can associate with, like, you know, it just felt so grounded and real in that way,
thank
which is
you.
cool. Like,
I appreciate that. I think what I wanted to do was really, I think a lot of people would be in that kind of space because there's that pressure to try something new, like from an intimacy point of view. And people, I've seen people in On Summers like come in and just walk in and see all the toys and be like, where do we even start? And then, because they feel that pressure to like do these things or, you know, try something new in that sense, it's actually something else that they need to talk about. There's something else like bubbling underneath that is actually what the problem is. But they'll consume these things about how you need to, like, you know, buy a toy and then your relationship will be 10 times better. So that was kind of something I was playing with. And I think a lot of couples like their age, they're recently married in their early 30s, they're still living in the parents' house, like, so it's really like relatable for a lot of people still,
100%.
which is shocking. But I was really fortunate to have such a brilliant team on like my first proper short, and really enjoyed it.
Class.
And there was a lot of like the toys were all from these like actual companies, and like they got like a company who like sell like condoms and all. Like, it was great crack. We loved it.
It was a laugh. Like, I think one of the last lines of saying it is like, sorry, I forget the exact line, but they're basically thinking like, oh, do you think this thing's gonna help us, and like poke the dildo?
Yeah, I know.
It was so funny. Like,
yeah, we shot that in like 2 days, and like by the end I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is mad.
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, there's a big like group photo of like us and the whole team, and I was so impassioned, like I decided I was the only one who lifted one of the toys to pose with it, and everyone's just like serious, and I'm like, I'm holding this giant dildo, and I'm like and then it was during COVID, so we were all wearing masks and all, so it was really surreal, but like I really enjoyed it. I think like somewhere under the surface, films like Angus, Thongs, like actually did inspire that kind of stuff that I want to make.
Okay.
But like I like that I've also made stuff that's just not about that kind of side of life as well. But it was a good first one to dip my toe into the film world, and it was great.
Yeah, no, it was classic. And then we watched Minding as well.
Yes,
Fully teared up watching it. Like,
oh, thank you.
I swear to God, I'm not just saying that, like, because
thank you.
that's honestly,
really kind.
I'm just being completely honest. Like, the bit, like, so not to jump to the end straight away, but like, it was such a good slow build of this obviously problematic relationship between like a mother and daughter.
Again, so like, sorry to interrupt, but like when Shannon Welby, who wrote Minding, sent me the script the first time, it was a gut punch. Because I was like, I've never related so much to a script. Because when you like, mother-daughter relationships are so like complicated. And so like I feel like the slow build of it, the way Shannon crafted that was just perfect. Because you could feel the tension between them the whole time.
100%. Like, and you can also see both perspectives, in the sense that you can see that the mum's obviously just trying to care for her daughter, and then the daughter's just maybe wants a bit more freedom and you know, trust that she can make her own way in life. But it was and again came across so well on screen. But the bit on the bus, so like at the start you kind of hear what almost sounds like a radio tuning in, and then you can hear her like, sorry, what did you call the main character's name, the mom?
Oh, Lorraine.
You could hear like her mom speaking to her, and then when her daughter gets out and goes into the bus, sorry, I'm so bad at character names, when her daughter gets out, Carla, sorry,
no, I'm the same, I'm awful with names.
When Carla gets out and goes to the bus, and then you can see her mom behind her saying like, sit up straight, and then that's kind of the moment you kind of realize that she's just trying to be better than her own mom was, if you know what I mean. But then when she goes to get off the bus after giving Carla her uniform, and then you hear the radio tune again and realize that the whole thing was Carla just thinking about like her mum's obviously gone now, like
Yeah.
gut punch, as you said. I literally
know.
went, like, again, I'm like very easy cry and things like.
Oh, same.
But yeah, Aoife turned around and was like, that was fucking great, and I was like, yeah, that was
Oh,
fucking
thank you
great.
so
Like,
much.
it was class.
I think like I really just want. What was really important for me was because I think when you watch something like Angus, for example, one of them might be the villain. Whereas I think for Minding, because it's such a like dynamic where the daughter's going to be in the right or the mum's going to be right, they're just trying their best and they don't have a fucking clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they're on this big, massive change of like she's moving away to Dublin. She doesn't want her to go yet. And I think like what I really wanted was to like allow the viewer to be like, but she's got a point there, but also she's got a point.
Yeah.
So that, and then just to realize like we're all just trying our best and like our mums and our grandmothers are all just trying their best as well.
Yeah.
So and it's like a cycle almost. So it was just such a beautiful gift of a short to work on.
Yeah.
So we're just starting our festival run now. So we premiered in Galway last month.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant, the Galway Film Flat, and then we're just gonna start like putting her into festivals and see where she goes.
You're now my second guest that has taken part in the Galway Film Flat. So would you know Emer Morgan at all?
I don't know Emer personally, but I've heard of her, and I'm like, I want to see some of her work. She sounds very cool.
Yeah, so she's like more on the right end of things, but she won like the pitch competition.
Oh,
Galway Film
sick.
Flat like 2 years ago. Maybe,
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Does she get to make her short?
I don't think she definitely hasn't yet.
Yeah.
But,
oh my god, I'm
yeah.
gonna have to like go have a nosy at her stuff as well.
You should, like,
Is she from Newry?
Yeah, used to
Oh my
get on like a
God.
house on fire. Like,
Okay, bro. I've got a new friend now. This is great.
Yeah, we did Dazed and Confused. Talked about it. I actually need to get her back on again because she's like one of the nicest people on the planet.
Yeah. Oh, that's class.
Yeah,
Galway Film Flat is like, for me, it's if you're an Irish filmmaker, like if you get your film put on there, it's like the dream.
Class.
So I've been there twice now, and it's also a massive session now. Like the whole day was just drinking.
That sounds terrible.
But it was quite magical actually, and you're up until like 3 a.m. and you're just like, it's class. But yeah, it's definitely, I think what I want to do over the next couple of years is do like still do shorts, but I really want to do a feature, and I really want to do TV as well. So I'm trying to like see how I can expand that, because theatre is like my love, and I do mainly theatre in my work, but screen is just a whole other kettle of fish. It's great. I love it.
Another world to be conquered.
Yeah. And there's more money sometimes. So yeah.
Nice. So I was actually just going to ask you a few questions in relation to the reckon. That was one of them is like, what's the dream? So essentially you're just looking to move into feature, and I keep saying just as if I'm belittling.
Sure, it's no bother. Like, no, I think for me, I really would love to move into TV, because TV is like really exciting to me. I shadowed for a week on Blue Lights this year.
Nice.
Angela Griffin was directing. I was part of series 3, which I think's coming out soon. But oh my god, I learned so much from her. She's incredible.
Yeah.
And really, it's just so fast paced and really thrilling to make. So would love to get into that. But also just like theatre work, I'm still trying to like just whatever work's going. It's a tough gig, but I'm really lucky. I just work on such a variety of projects each year as a director in theatre. So just keeping her lit as much as possible.
So obviously this film Angus Thongs like resonates with you, as you said, grew up with it and stuff like. But is there a film that you kind of watch, and particularly speaking about like the direction, that you go, fuck, I wish like that's something I wish I directed? Or like, is there any like film where its direction in particular really speaks to you?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Oh my god, there's so many. What was one? Do you know what? I'm gonna get the title wrong. Is it Perfect Young Woman, or the one with Carey Mulligan? Promising Young Woman. Yeah. Like, that's like the blueprint of filmmaking. Emerald Fennell.
Yeah, I did that. Fennell. Chappelle Rowe. Fuck, I'm so sorry.
No, but like, if you've only read those names, like, of course you're going to pronounce that way. But she's, I mean, anything she makes is incredible. But I think like Promising Young Woman just stayed in my brain, because it's just, it doesn't give a fuck.
I've actually not seen it.
Oh my god, you have to watch it.
And I love Bo Burnham. I know he's in it as a bit of a villain. Like, but,
it's brilliant. Carey Mulligan is just like, so something like that. But also, I'd love to do like a period piece, like say Pride and Prejudice. I watch that film like 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So I'd love to do like a Pride and Prejudice as well.
Aoife is a big fan. She rewatched, or no, for the first time.
I feel like me and Aoife need to like watch some films together.
Yeah. She watched the BBC one.
Oh God.
There with
See, that's,
Colin Firth.
Yeah, that's the one everyone loves. But then the Keira Knightley one
with Matthew McFadden.
Yeah. So the BBC one is definitely like the most accurate and well made. But see the Keira Knightley one, I don't know, I just find it so romantic.
Okay.
And I love to just like put it on and switch off, and I think like I'd love to direct a period piece like that.
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
Oh mate,
but I know the whole hand.
We have to do a whole series here, like the hand. Yeah, so the hand and the female gaze and all.
Because she's not wearing
brilliant.
her glove or something, isn't
yeah,
it?
That's an and then they do that in Atonement as well, very well.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen that?
No, that's Keira Knightley, is it?
Yeah, but it's a brilliant film, heartbreaking, and
See,
one of the best like one shots or single shot pieces of cinema ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You see, I'd be like, in terms of period pieces, I'm a massive Downton Abbey fan, like, so I probably would really
enjoy these. I need to get into
these.
that. I feel like I'd really enjoy it.
So good. It's
okay.
So
good. You didn't give me Downton vibes, but
no, you know what it is? I think it started because me and Aoife did long distance for a while, and she was in Sweden, I was in Uri.
Okay.
Pretty much the same thing.
Same.
Stockholm,
I mean,
Uri.
She was probably like, God, like you're living the high life, and get me home now.
But while she was away, she was telling me that she was watching The Crown. The Crown season 1 just came out, and I was like,
so good.
You'll never catch me watching that. And then she watched it all, enjoyed it so much. One of her mates went over to visit her, and they watched it. She watched it again. She's like, it was even better the second time. And I was like, because we have such similar opinions, I was like, there's no way it can be that good. So I watch it in secret, and after like the second
with like the volume down one, even though you're alone in your house, like no one can know.
My dad actually walked in and me watching it.
Daddy,
like,
no.
It was like being caught watching porn. I was like, I'm trying to flick it over. No, but
I'm so disappointed in you, son.
It's actually a genuine story. I've told it in the podcast before. My dad walked in and me watching The Crown, and he was like, what are you watching? I went, Boardwalk Empire, and he's like, great show, and walked out, and I was like, phew.
I'm so proud of you.
But after like the second episode, realised it's one of the best shows I've ever watched. And again, I'm so anti-monarchy.
Oh, I'm the exact same.
Anti-fucking royal family.
Yeah,
but
same.
Like, it gave me the same vibes
so
as how good Game of Thrones was when it first came out.
Yeah, but it's like it's the high stakes, like the choices and things that they have to do. If it's the smallest thing, just the consequences.
Yeah, 100%.
And the way they do that in The Crown is just, and the costume and the design. Oh my God, I love it. I just love eating up all the drama of it.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like, it doesn't align with how I feel about it in real life.
Yeah,
but
exactly. And it's the same with Downton, because you're like, look at these fucking classes.
I know, it's like, why are we giving them any time when they were like probably horrible people? But it's escapism, like, and that's fine.
Yeah, so like with Downton, I was like really hungover one day, and again, Aoife had watched it before and said she really liked it, but I noticed on Netflix it didn't just say Downton Abbey, it said Masterpiece Classic Downton Abbey, and I remember thinking, it has to be good if it's got that in front of it. So again, watched a few episodes and was like, this show is amazing.
I need to get on that, because
so
I need my like period piece fix, because I can't watch Pride and Prejudice again now. It's been how many times, so I need to find something else. So Downton Abbey it is. So
last kind of question for you, I suppose. You actually mentioned there that you have a project in post. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so it's another short film. It's written by a Northern Irish writer called Carly Mills, but its working title is Postpartum Sex.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the final title just yet, but we shot that in November, and it's about a couple who have recently had a baby, and they're trying to like find their intimacy again, like kind of after having baby. And it was such a fun wee show. It's kind of like a comedy, kind of a drama, but we had a great time. It was my first time actually properly working with my pal Paula O'Reilly, who's like an intimacy coordinator for theatre and film, but really like, I feel like one of my biggest inspirations is like for any work I do now is Normal People. Have you watched it?
I've never actually watched it, no.
Oh, mate.
Yeah, good.
It's so good. Yeah. It's on Netflix now. I don't know why I whispered that. It's so good. It's on Netflix now. I would highly recommend.
Okay. Because I remember it was like lockdown kind of came out and everyone was...
I think you were either like up for watching it or you weren't at that point.
Yeah.
But it is just like stunning.
Okay. Is it Sally Rooney?
Yeah, so it's the adaptation of her book, but also like the cinematography, the performances, like it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
But one of the big things that came out of Normal People was how well crafted the intimacy is in it. And it was kind of one of these like massive examples of when you get a proper intimacy coordinator in, for any project, the results are really stunning, but also like everyone's safe on set.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was the first time with the short that I'm in post for at the moment, where I got to work with intimacy coordinator. So all of the scenes where they're being intimate are just really well crafted, and like they look so good on screen.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy with it. So I'm just excited to kind of get that finished. So we're still like editing it at the moment.
Yeah.
And then get the score on and stuff, but we'll hopefully get that into festivals in the next year or so.
Cool.
But it's good fun. I really enjoyed it.
And see, for the stuff that you've already released, would they be available any forums that the public can watch them on, or are they still just kind of?
Yeah, not yet. So Bad Vibes, as far as I think it's finished its festival run, but it's not like online just yet, because some people will like officially upload it.
Yeah.
So it's not available just yet, but then Minding will do its festival run, and then when that's finished, that'll be shared to the public. But cool. I don't know when that's going to be. It's really funny because you make this work and then you can't really share it. You have to go to, it goes to festivals. So it feels like it's kind of like this like little secret or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, no, it's a really fun industry to work in, and I'm still kind of finding my feet with the screen stuff. So it's great when it goes to like Bad Vibes went to like America and like France and everything.
Nice.
So it's mad having people like from different perspectives watch the work.
Yeah.
And when they get it, it's really nice to hear.
Yeah. That's class.
But yeah, no, I think like Irish and specifically like work from the north of Ireland is really having a moment internationally at the moment.
Okay.
People are just really interested in like Irish work, so it's a great time to be throwing stuff out there.
It seems to kind of be like Irish culture in general is getting worldwide really big.
Yeah.
Like if you notice, like, well, the likes of like Kneecap, for example, or Mary Wallopers and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's really exciting, and I think it's great that I feel like it's become quite trendy.
Yeah.
But also I think it's then enabling people to like actually engage with the culture a bit more, and then obviously engage with the language. So yeah, I just hope it keeps going. Yeah. That's the main thing.
100%. Cool. So just to finish off then, fuck yeah, we've chatted for, it's been a good one. Like when we met in Kilbronian?
Old Cologne.
I always get
back
the pubs.
When you were headbutting everyone.
Turlock, yeah. But I remember you initially saying you'd do Shrek 2.
Yeah.
So if you were to come on the podcast again, do you think that's what you'd do, or what do you think you'd go for?
So initially when I thought I would do Shrek 2, so that's like one of my favorite films. But then I was like thinking about it, and like I kind of said Shrek 2 with like every cell of my body. But then I think like we've covered Shrek 2 so much as a society.
Yeah, it's like a meme now.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I could probably write a thesis on Shrek 2 and Shrek 1.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything's been said.
Okay, that's a fair point.
I feel like the only thing I'd really dig deep about is, you know, Pinocchio's identity. Like, he was wearing a thong. Yeah. So what was his journey with that? Yeah. And like, there's just a lot to think about.
Right, no, holy
But I think for me, I don't know if I'd do Shrek 2. I think if the people wanted it,
okay, I'd
be happy to do a Shrek 2 conference. But
if you didn't do Shrek 2, what do you think? I know it doesn't have to be a definitive answer now, like, but
that's a great question as well, because there's so many films you could talk about. I think I would do something like Titanic.
You know, I've never seen it.
Oh, mate. Have you not seen Titanic?
Pardon me, I've seen bits of it to the point where I could tell you every single thing that happens. Yeah, so
you've seen it in fragments.
But I've never,
because it was always on like CRT. It was always on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is like one of the lads quoted it recently enough, and I went, "Oh, what's that from?" And he's like, "Titanic." And I was like, "Oh, that's like probably one of the few things about it I didn't know." Like,
yeah.
It was like when the ship's going off, he's like, "Stretch her legs" or something like that. I was like, "Oh, what's that from?" Like,
I'm scared.
Yeah.
No, it's really. I remember I sat and watched it like 10 years ago by myself in the dark, and I was like weeping by the end. But like, it really is. I don't know. I'm still obsessed that happened. Like, yeah, like Titanic actually happened.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you and Aoife need to sit and watch it one day.
Here, this will be another thing to get you on to Downton. The inciting incident in Downton is the Titanic sinking. So they realised that the heir to Downton Abbey was on the Titanic and died.
Shit.
So they're trying to find a new heir. That's the first episode of Downton Abbey.
God. Okay, right. Well, you've immediately like got me invested. There's actually a Titanic. I don't know if it's a docu-series, but they've made something recently about the Titanic that's going to be released. I don't know if it was BBC made it or something, but I know a couple of people who were acting in it. But I am so excited for that.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
like, give me all the lore about the Titanic. I'm not going to go to the museum because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
But like, I want to learn more about it because it just freaks me out. Like,
yeah. See, Shane Todd and Kieran Bartlett have like a short podcast series called Myth Stories, and they do an episode of the Titanic. It's pretty good.
Shit. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll need to check that out. But the fact was it the submarine that went down and like exploded last year?
Oh, yeah.
That was going to look for the Titanic, wasn't it?
The Titan, yeah, submersible.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like things like that, do you know, when you like, I find it those things really fascinating, but they really freak me out. There's probably a word for that.
Yeah.
But the Titanic is one of those things for me where I'm like, it's still down there.
I know what you mean.
Sorry,
yeah.
I feel like I sound like I'm like.
I get that. I get that with North Korea.
Oh, really?
It really interests
you
me.
just sit here and think about it a wee bit.
It freaks me out a wee bit. Like,
yeah. And the pyramids and all, like, we could go on, but there's just so much to think about.
Yeah, but here I think that's us.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to chat about before we go off?
No, I mean, I've just got a lot to think about and a lot to watch. I mean, you need to go watch Titanic now.
Yeah.
And you need to go watch Pride and Prejudice. No, you've seen Pride and Prejudice?
No,
you haven't.
no.
Okay. Promising Young Woman. Go watch that.
Okay.
You will love it.
Okay. We could do a podcast on that at some stage. If
yeah,
you want.
we'll have to. Well, we'll do Titanic first, and then straight to.
Fair enough.
No, thank you very much for having me. This was lovely.
No, thanks for coming on.
And I think we've really outed ourselves, and
it's been a journey. Like, yeah.
It's been spiritual. But
yeah. And the main thing we can take away from this whole thing is that Turlough Tinley is a rat.
Get him on the pod. Get him on the pod.
No, fuck that guy. I'm only messing, by the way. That's your brother-in-law.
No, it's okay. I mean, you can fight in the Newry Depot. Fight it out with Laura. Yeah, I've texted her. Like, she knows what's happened.
Class. Right, well, that's us then. Thank you so much.